Feels good to have it done.
There we go.
Oh, that feels good.
This will have you breathing good, Jace.
You breathing good now?
Hey guys, I've got another treatment here with Jason as the model.
Hey.
He's a good candidate for it because he does have something going on with his shoulder. Something that you don't see a great deal of it, but sometimes you get pain underneath the armpit, in the chest, even sometimes just at the tip of the shoulder blade there, you can get some pain there. Sometimes even some pain down the arm. Jace hasn't got these symptoms for this today, but he does have a restriction in his shoulder flexion, which I'll show you here.
I'll try and relax.
Go a little bit different. I do palms up here. It's as shown on most of the drawings. It's usually, surprisingly, it's not that one, but it is that one, anatomical position with the palm facing straight ahead. So I'm gonna passively, if Jason lets me, bring his arm up, and I wait to feel a point where his arm wants to turn outward, and it gets to about here where I've got to kind of actively try and turn his arm in, but that's kind of like his stopping point there.
Yep.
And I'll show you on the right just so you can get an idea of what the difference is. Slowly, so it's better on this side. I get to about here now where it starts to want to turn out, but that's pretty good.
Pretty good, I'll take that.
Pretty good. There are some other things we can check to look at that, and other muscles that we might be looking at. But just for today, I want to treat that serratus anterior. It's a muscle on the side of your rib cage there.
Side?
Laying on your right side, please, Jason.
Yep.
And I'll keep that arm as you are, just to keep yourself balanced, and I will get you just to rest that there for the moment. Once again, I'm not going to use wax here because it's pretty warm, so I'm going to get some nice traction in here. Jace, I'm gonna use my knee just to support your back. Is that comfy?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So this is more of a fascial treatment because it's a pretty thin muscle in there. I'm really just getting some traction onto the ribs. You get a bit of intercostals here, and I'm slowly gonna drag that up towards his armpit. So nice and slow. Should just feel like a bit of a subtle stretch for Jace here.
Yeah.
So really, this is more just a kind of a warm-up thing. I like to do some active stuff with this here. So I'm starting to get a little bit further, more into the meat of it. I'll start to cross over the lats and the teres. And as I get a little bit further this way, usually gets pretty interesting for a lot of people.
Feels like there's more coming up.
Yeah. So you might be, like, if you're having issues with this muscle or it's tight, restricted, as you'll see, you might be having trouble with that shoulder flexion. You might even have scoliosis. You might be, leaning to one side, or if you see those people that look like they spend too much time at the computer and they're really hunched over.
Knuckles forward.
Knuckles forward
posture.
Caveman posture. Then that's the sort of thing that you want to work on releasing. It's a breathing muscle as well. So if you're ever having trouble getting a full breath in, this might be what's restricting you. You can see Jay, bit of skin peel off there.
Oh, a bit of peel?
Yeah.
That's all right.
So I'm going to work into some more active stuff now. What I want Jason to do is just reach this arm forward towards that wall across there.
Okay, yep.
But keep your back resting against my leg. As I work in through here, you're going to slowly bring your arm up.
As I reach.
Yep.
So reach and lift.
Reach and lift.
We can do that. Yep.
So getting that traction again. I'll get a bit of a lean back here so I can get a bit more oomph into it. And starting about now, Jace, just slowly reach forward. And then start to reach that arm up overhead. Good. Awesome, man. Keep going. It's probably about here it'll start to get a little bit more nasty. Little flick over.
Little flick. Oh yeah, starts to feel tight. Yeah, there we go. Now you're starting to hit it. Oh.
And just while we're here, are you comfortable holding your arm there, Jace?
Yeah.
what we can start to do here is, while his arm is up overhead, we can start to get him to take some nice breaths into the nose, and you can see we get that nice expansion through the rib cage there. It'll just help encourage a bit more length through the tissues. Can be pretty nasty in here. Like, I'm right on top of his rib cage here. Sometimes, to be honest, feels like shit. Sometimes feels like a hot poker stabbing into you, especially around here.
Yeah, there, yep.
Really getting some drag on there.
It's all right. Feels like it's opening something up there that hasn't been treated for a while.
Slowly getting up a little bit further. Jace, I'll get you to bring your arm down for us now, man. You're okay with that kind of grip on there?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
So same thing, reach arm forward. I'm just gonna move a little bit higher again. I find the best sort of spot to get serratus is actually kind of just in line with the nipple running this way. There's usually some pretty hot spots in there. It's a pretty big muscle if you look on the anatomy charts, but this tends to be the hot spot for it. You can feel that going on in there, Jace.
Yep, got a bit there. And that feels like sort of restricts that flexion, but get it up a little bit higher.
All in there.
Keep going. Can you do a nice inhale for me? And then big exhale out through the mouth. Good. Hold that tension in your midsection there, and then just slowly in through the nose. Good. Out through the mouth. You're okay with me pressing down on that there, yeah? Okay, hold that there. We might need a little. See how we go till
Going
it's dry.
We'll be alright.
So I'd bring your arm back down to that sort of 90 degrees again. This will be a nasty one because it's quite grippy. Alright. You're right?
Yeah, we'll be right. We'll power through it. Bit of a fascial burn. That's all good.
It's all good. It's actually a little bit sweaty.
Yeah, it's got enough. Got enough to move through it.
So can you do that same movement for me, Jace? Just
out in front and up.
Reach out in front of you. Pretty cool. Do you want to come over here, Dubs, on this side here? You can actually see on the back of his shoulder blade, see the muscle twitching?
Oh.
See that twitch there? And then slowly bring that arm up overhead, Jace. That's it.
Oh, nice little click. Stuck about there.
That's it. Hold it there. So I'm just going to start. This is more fascial stuff along here. I'm going to start lower and just get some slack out of it.
Oh yeah, feels good down there. A little bit of lat.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Oh.
Good, man.
Oh yeah, there's a bit more in there.
Don't forget to breathe in the nose, out the mouth. So, get to the top here, keeping it short and sweet, and show you guys what progress we made in however long it's been.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Good, Jace.
Rolling over.
Roll into your back, please, back.
Oh.
Same thing, get that arm down. Arm up. Not too bad.
Better?
Bring this in. Okay. Yours is pec minor. I reckon a bit of pec minor.
Bit of pec minor? Let's go at it.
Mate, your shoulders are bung.
You can do a whole series on this. Stay tuned. We'll fix my whole shoulder.
Bring this hand across your shoulder. Yeah.
You're not liking any of my shoulders, Blake. Have you not seen my overhead press? They're
No, I haven't.
about a 170-degree press. Can't go straight above my head.
So slowly just moving my way up onto, what is it, ribs 3, 4, 5, or
Yeah,
2 to
something
5,
like that.
isn't it? Yeah.
Pec minor.
Pec mine.
Yeah, I feel like there's a bit in there.
Yeah. All right. Change my pressure. It's not the most comfortable thing to have treated, to be honest. Pressing on the ribs, you good, Jace?
Feels good though, yeah. Feels like it needs it. Probably 28 years worth of treatment needed in there.
Treatment, yeah. It's another thing to consider too, isn't it? Like what we do for treating.
We're always
here, like in front of us, turning the arm in front of us because it's the strongest sort of spot for us. So anything that internal rotation or adduction.
Yeah. I feel like that's really spent all day just hooking in.
Oh yeah. Can I get you to, I'll do it this way actually, push your elbow against my hand. Yeah. And just hold that.
Oh yeah.
And then relax. Yep. I'm gonna move up just to here.
Down just a touch.
You want to go more there?
Yeah.
Yep. Press against my hand again. Good. Keep holding. And then rest. Let me just move to here. Good. Press against my hand again.
Oh, that feels good there. Got a bit in there? Yep.
There's a bit in there. Oh, he's pushing me back. Is that what you're breathing in, was it?
No. Just big pec minors, Blake.
So I'm just holding it, waiting. Can even start to do some of this sort of stuff where pull the arm up a little bit and back down. You can probably tell I'm loving the active stuff at the moment.
Yeah. It is good though, active release. It's active and passive. Feels good to have it done.
There we go.
Oh. That feels good.
This will have you breathing good, Jace.
You breathing good now? Video from about 2018 or 2017.
Yeah.
Give it a look. Loosey goosey. We'll see though. He might be here for an hour.
Yeah.
10-minute video
Might have to
might
run
turn
a
into a full
sesh.
treatment. That's alright.
It's more, it feels like it's more your scalp, hey?
It just doesn't move that well, does it?
Yeah.
It felt cleaner, but
Yeah, I want to get way more on that side.
Yeah.
So you're right.
internal terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, same on this side. So I might actually do another video.
We might be here all day.
Of just an exercise thing as well to follow up with this, something that I'd be getting some of my clients to work on. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video and we'll go down to the gym. So we're down in the gym, just going to go through one of the exercises that I'd recommend for trying to open up some space on the side of the rib cage or even across the front of the shoulder here. As you'll probably see here, front of the biceps, like you'll notice a big stretch when we're doing this exercise. How you get into this position, I've gone through it somewhat with Jace already, so he's fairly familiar with it, but it's like a tabletop position. So hands behind our torso, fingers pointing forward to the side or to the back, whatever's more comfortable for you. Feet are going to be planted on the ground. Initially, knees are going to be bent at about 90 degrees, and then pushing the hips up nice and high. Jace, get the hips up nice and high. That's all right, that's good. Keep them up nice and high, and I want him to take 5 breaths in this position, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So Darcy, if you want to come in a bit close here, even though this is Jace, who's a bloody fit dude, you can see it's a really difficult position to be in. And he's probably feeling some pretty big stretch to the front of his shoulders there. Get the hips nice and high, nice and high. That's it.
I feel like I'm gonna cramp everywhere.
That's it. Just one last. Oh, all right. Have a rest. Have a rest.
Oh, everything's cooked.
So you can see it's actually a pretty difficult position to be in, especially once again, like following on with what we do for our treatment. We spend a lot of time working in front of us. So all these muscles on the front of our shoulders, front of our chest, tend to be overworked a lot of the time. This is getting us away from those, opening them up, using the breath to facilitate that expansion through the chest. We're gonna go that one more time.
All right, let's see if I can get through it this time.
4 breaths, mate. You can get 4.
Let's go for 3. Let's see if I can... Oh, that's better. That's better?
That's better. And you can probably tell, like, this would be good for your hamstrings, good for your glutes, good for a lot of different things. It's just getting contact on the ground, using the breath to control it, making sure that you're in control of the body. That's much better, Jace. Much better.
Feels easier this time.
Awesome. And big breath out. That's it. Lower yourself down. Can I get you lay flat on your back? I'm just going to check the shoulders again. We may have made some improvement, we may not.
I've got a bit going on.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Shoulder's pretty good, not too bad. I'd rather get it a little bit further. This is the tail here. Let that arm go nice and floppy for me, guys. There we go.
Oh, that's better. Definitely better.
So if you compare that to the video that we did upstairs, Jace was honestly probably getting to about here. And you can see I'm anchoring his shoulder here too, so like he's not cheating that movement there. So just from one exercise, what, 2 minutes worth of work, we've already improved Jason's shoulder range of motion. That just goes to show, if you spend 5 minutes a day on something that your therapist prescribes you, you can make gains with it very quickly. You just need to get the work done.
Persist. Get it done. Thanks, Blake.
All right, how you doing?
I'll be better. Fixed.
Sweet.
See you next time.
Done.